Hey guys, what's going on? It's Evan here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the buffs and nerfs I think that are needed in Black Ops 3. As you guys know, the beta just finished on the Xbox One, which was the final beta to occur, and we're going to be seeing the game in November, which is not too far away, which is when I will begin uploading. So you guys won't be seeing any uploads from me for about another 2 months, I'm afraid. And once Black Ops 3 is out, I'll be back on the grind with game battles, wagers, maybe some tournaments here and there. And I'm expecting to upload videos hopefully every day, and we'll be back on that schedule for Black Ops 3. And it should be a fun game, and I'm looking forward to it. But for the buffs and nerfs of this game, I think there is obviously a beta. I think it was a really good game. There's a lot of things they did right in this game, but there's also a lot of things they do need to look into. And obviously it's a beta, so there's going to be issues. And this is just stuff I think they should look into. First thing is the black hat. As you guys know, a lot of people complain about the black hat. In my opinion, it shouldn't be able to hack score streaks at all, and I think it should be able to hack equipment, and that's really it. Birdman made a video about this, and I'm pretty much agree with what he said. At the worst case scenario, I think it should be able to hack anything up to like 1,000 points of a score streak, and that's about it. Black hat, a bit overpowered. It was really annoying when you get like a VSAT or something and it get hacked instantly, or even your UAV. I kind of found it somewhat annoying when it just got hacked right away. I got a counter UAV. Oh, now I can't see my map anymore. And it was just kind of annoying when you'd get a streak and somebody else would just take it away from you. And I thought that was kind of bullshit. But next thing, I think they need to nerf the health a little bit on the Guardians and stuff, and other score streaks like that. And because I've noticed with Guardians, obviously you have the EMP grenades that I'm assuming, I never really tested this, but I'm assuming it takes it out with one EMP. But the thing was, I actually walked up behind a Guardian before, and I was punching it, right? And punching it with your fists, I punched at least 5 times, and the Guardian didn't die. So I think that's something they should look into, where it takes, I think on Black Ops 2 it was 2 knives. If you knife the Guardian in the back twice, it would kill it. I think they should have a similar system with your fists. You should, punch it twice. And if you have a combat knife on your class, you could, knife it once. I think that'd be pretty fair. If you get behind it, you should be able to take it out that easily. Because other than that, it's really annoying to get rid of. Because say you get behind a Guardian, you want to clear out the alley for your team. Pretty much the only viable option is shooting it with your gun, and it's gonna take, I think it was like 2 to 3 mags of your gun, which was quite a lot. And even with, I had my scythe. Specialist ability, and I was shooting a Guardian once, and it took a lot of damage on that. So I think they need to nerf the health a little bit so it's easier to take out. Not too easy, but a little bit easier than it is at the moment. Next up, in Safeguard, I think you should get points for playing the objective a bit. And as you guys know, in Safeguard, you're escorting a robot, and you're trying to get it to the enemy base. And you would stand next to the robot, and you wouldn't really get any points. And Safeguard's a game where I don't really think they should give too much incentive to playing the objective, just because it's, I don't know, it's mostly a game mode just to get a lot of kills in. But I do think it should be there. I think they should include a little bit of an incentive, and maybe, I don't know, maybe once every 20 seconds you get like 50 points or something like that. For standing near the robot and escorting it, you get some points from doing that. Because I thought it was kind of surprising to me that you didn't get any points for escorting the robot at all. Like, even after you scored, you still wouldn't get any points. It was just completely pointless, and just pretty much got you killed a bunch. And same goes for when you're on the defending side. When you're shooting the enemy robot, you would only get points if you were the one to deal the final blow to the robot. And there was times where I had my scythe specialist, and I sprayed my entire mag into the enemy robot, doing well over half the damage it even had, which is quite a bit. It has a lot of health, you guys know. And I didn't even get any points for killing it because I wasn't the one to do the final amount of damage. And I think you get 150 points for killing the enemy robot, which I think you should get assist points. We could have like 50 points if you did below half, and maybe if you did above half, you could get like 75 points, or even 100 points. And then if you were the one that did the most damage, let's say, you get like 150 points. I think it should work like that instead of basically giving you no points at all. Me and my friend, we found that pretty strange that you get no points at all for assisting on killing the enemy robot. Next up on the list here, A huge one for me, one thing that was really annoying was the flinch in this game, and it hasn't been that bad for me recently, but at the beginning especially, the flinch was just absurd sometimes. Most of the times it was bearable, but at times it would just be so random where you would just flinch randomly and you cannot hit a shot. Like, I typically aim at the enemy's like stomach or chest, and sometimes if I'm aiming at their chest and they peek the corner, I get first shot on them, and a lot of times my gun would just fly up over their head, and once it does that, there's no hope for me. I'm dead because I'm missing, you know, a good 3 or 4 shots in a row just because my gun flinched up. It's not because my aim was bad, it was just because I got unlucky with my flinch. And a lot of times it didn't happen to people that would like run up on me. Like, I would sit here preem a corner, I would get first shot, and I would still die just because of flinch. And a lot of it also was because of bullet reg as well. That was somewhat of an issue. But flinch, I think, is something they could definitely look into, and they have stated already that they're going to be looking into flinch more, which is a good thing. Another big deal for ARs, especially buffing stock, I think, is something that's definitely needed. Stock, I noticed, was very, very subtle. It didn't do much. It was enough to where you would want to run it on your ARs. In my opinion, you would definitely want stock, but I don't think it does enough at all. I was noticing myself jumping around corners a lot more. Well, I do that a lot anyway, but I was jumping a lot more than I feel like I should have to, just in order to strafe. Like, sometimes like strafing would be so slow that instead of strafing, like what I do when I don't have stock at all is I just jump, because it's similar to strafing when you're jumping when you don't have stock. And I noticed I was doing the same exact thing a lot when I had stock on, just because it was so subtle that it really didn't help me too much. But it was enough to run it. I did run it on all my ARs, but I do think they need to increase the mobility of stock. Next up is nerfing the clone specialist. I'm sure you guys have seen this in the beta. It was really annoying, and at first I really didn't understand how it worked, because basically I saw you get like these 3 what do they call it? These 3 people that are basically like, I don't know what you want to refer to them as. They're kind of like cyborgs, I guess. Like, you can obviously tell like they're really blue and colorful and stuff, and they don't look like human at all. And basically, like, you have 3 of them running down the map, and 2 of them are clones, and one's the actual person. What I originally thought was that you created 2 clones and you still looked normal, but I realized that apparently you look the same as the clones, which I find that very strange and very annoying, because I had one occasion where I was on a streak and I saw some clones. I shoot at one clone and it gives me the message, oh, you know, you killed the clone. I'm like, alright, well, I'm not going to bother shooting at all these clones. It's pointless, you know. I have actual enemies on the map. So I wasn't shooting at all the other clones, and one of them just killed me, and it was an actual person. And I thought that was pretty bullshit, and I don't think that's really enjoyable for anyone, in my opinion, where it's just kind of random. It's just RNG whether you know shoot the right one or not. It's just completely random. There's no way to tell the difference from what I saw. And I think there should be definitely a very discriminative difference between the actual person and the clones. I think like an experienced player should be able to recognize the difference right away. As the noobs, they might not understand it. So it kind of gives that balance where, you know, it takes skill to, or not, I guess you could call it skill, to, you know, recognize the difference in between a clone and an actual person for the specialist, as compared to, you know, a noob who doesn't really know what he's doing, and he can be the one to suffer, not the people that, you know, are trying to get, you know, good gameplays and stuff. Up next, nerf the shock charges. These things were really annoying at times. I think TacMax dealt with this, but even without it, it was extremely annoying. Like, the shock charge shocked you for such a long period of time, and the shock was so bad that you could not see your screen, you could not rotate your screen, you could not really move. It was really bad, and I think they just need to shorten the time on how badly you're shocked, and maybe make your screen a little bit more visible. That's about it for shock charges. And the final one on my list here is that I think they should buff the hater, which is the VSAT in Black Ops 3. I think they should buff that to where it cannot be taken down, and there's also no way to defend against it. I'm not sure if Ghost worked against the hater or not, but I know that it could be hacked, and I believe it could be shot down as well. And I just don't agree with that. I think the hater should be the kill streak to go for and the kill streak to get, and it should not be able to be hacked. and it also shouldn't be able to be able to get shot down or anything. I just think it should be up for its standard amount of time every single time, no exceptions, and it's definitely something I would like to see. And also, one thing off the top of my head I just thought of is something I've been wanting ever since Black Ops 2 is a timer for the hater, because as you guys know, when the VSAT disappears, it just goes away randomly. You're looking at the map, right? When you're playing off the VSAT, you're staring at the map quite a bit when the VSAT's up, and when you don't see people moving, you assume they're standing still on the map. And sometimes when the VSAT runs out, the triangle will just stand still for a second, and then you're gonna assume, oh well, he's still standing over there, but he's not. The VSAT ran out and he's already run forward, and there's really no indication that the reset's about to run out or when it will run out. And I think they should have some kind of timer in there to tell you that, okay, once there's 10 seconds left, it gives you a little countdown timer next to the map. Alright, 10, 9, and just a countdown to when the VSAT's going to run out. Or even, you could add on top of this, or do this separately, and just have it blink. Like when the VSAT's about to run out, it just starts, the triangles for like the final, let's say 5 seconds, the triangles start flashing on and off, so you can tell that the VSAT's about to run out, so you can stop playing off the map and realize that, the triangle is about to disappear. That's something I think that would be fantastic, and I've wanted that for quite a while, and I would love it if they brought that in for Black Ops 3. So that's all for this video, guys. Just some thoughts on what they should buff and nerf in Black Ops 3. Let me guys know in the comments what you guys think they should be buffing, nerfing, and what you think about what I've said so far. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated, and just let me know what your opinions are as well. That's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to give the video a like. And I'll see you guys for the Black Ops 3 release for some more daily videos. I'll catch you guys later, and have a fantastic day. Peace out.